I'm stuck. So my weight is stuck, not me physically. My weight is stuck. For the last couple of weeks, I've been trying to lose weight. And what happened, I mean, first world problem, I guess, I gained muscle. Let me just move in a bit closer to you. All right, hey look, I've gained muscle. Boo-hoo, boo me. The thing is, I always planned on building muscle, and it's not like I'm not saying like I've built 7 pounds of muscles in the last month. No, most likely I've built 0.5 to a pound if I'm very, very, very lucky. But the thing is, I want to lean out. It's summer. Summer is approaching. I want to get leaner. And at this point right now, I don't have a lot of weeks to do that because then, you know, I kind of want to be ready for June. Ready. It's all of this is in my head, guys. So we talked about this in the past. Your goals are yours. You do what you want with your goals. If you want to be bigger, leaner, all of that, don't listen to anyone saying otherwise, because every time I talk about this, the comments I get, everything I get is, you're fine like this, stay like this, it's all good. Don't be leaner, don't be bigger. I say I want to be bigger, they say, don't be bigger. And then I say I want to be leaner, and the same people say, don't be leaner, right? So it's all a mind game. But I want to be leaner. I want to be leaner for summer. I still have like some fat laying around. I'll show you in a minute. Now here are my options. All right, now here's the current state of affairs. I'm fine with it. I can live there. This is where I like kind of living, right? In a normal situation between seasons, between me gaining a lot of weight and getting shredded for summer. This is where whenever I work out in anything, the pump is good enough so it kind of gives me some visible abs as well as some visible muscles, right? So this is the fine point. This is where I most of my life live and I'm comfortable at. But this is not most of life. I want to challenge myself, and I hope you guys do too. So every single year I'm trying to gain a bunch of weight and then lose it for summer and see how much muscle I've gained. A pound, 2, 0.5, 0. Maybe I lost weight, maybe I lost muscle. It happened in the past. And the older I'm getting, the more fine-tuning I need to do. The way I've been trying to lose weight in the last couple of weeks is how I would have done it at 26, 28, where it was so easy. You know, I could basically eat anything and I would just like be shredded. It's kind of how my body's built, right? It's harder for me to gain muscle than it is to lose weight usually. Now, here is my issue. I was 190 pounds around Christmas, felt a bit chubby, so I went down to 188 and I stayed at 188 for January, February, March. Yeah, March. And after the first 2 weeks of March, I decided to lean down, which is got us to today. And I wanted to lose about 0.5 pounds a week. And in the initial weeks, it kind of worked because when you do adjustments, sometimes it works kind of quickly. All I did is kind of adjustments on my food, mostly like macros and all. And it got me to 185, 186, anywhere between that. But I've been stuck since. I think I need to get 182. 181, somewhere in that range. If I get to 180, as lean as I was last year, it means I gain about 2 pounds of muscle, which would be insane out of this year. So I would be very happy about that. So I'm trying to do that. Now, I'm already working out 6 days a week. I've adjusted my workouts over and over again, and I'm still doing that right now, and we'll go over that in a later video. I've somewhat adjusted my macros and calories. Could be better on that. And I have a active kind of lifestyle where I walk for about 12 to 14,000 steps a day. Now, where do we go from there? How do we adjust everything? Here's what I think. Here's what I need to do. So first, I need to review the macros. Clearly, there's a problem there. So either I just looked at one day and I was like, oh, success, oh, I'm good. And I just went on my life and I've eaten more than I think or I thought I would. So now I need to readjust that part and make sure that the macros are fine and the calories are fine. If that is true, I know I still have some wiggle room in there. Wiggle room, that's weird. I know I still have that in there. I can still lower the calories a bit, but I want to make sure that I have sufficient amount of energy throughout my workouts. So I don't have a lot of room, but I do have some where I can reduce the calories a bit. But I need to be careful on that. So I need to, I think, increase my protein intake and lower my carbs intake. Maybe that is one thing I need to do, but I'll look into it. So that is one. Two, I need to increase intensity in the workouts. My 5:30 a.m. workout did not work. It worked for about 2-3 weeks. And then after that, I really pushed for the last week or two into doing it, but it was very, very hard. I don't go to bed early enough to make that happen. So as my plan was to be more efficient and having my workout earlier, clients, and then doing content, and then working on the business, and then doing a bunch of other stuff, I would get up, work out, do my clients, and then basically fall asleep because I was just dead. So it made no sense. It didn't work. So I had to come back to a normal-ish schedule where my workout is around 10 a.m. So for me, that's where it's working. So around 10 a.m. But now I need to do content in that, 10 to noon. And that, doesn't help with intensity. So I need to review that. I need to make sure that the intensity is right because I think right now I have a slight issue on intensity. My walks are good. The rest is good. So either now I need to start running and increasing energy expenditure with runs as I decrease my macros and increase intensity. So those are my 3 area of things I need to look at. So in order of what I'm going to do and then see. And how you can do the exact same thing. You need to see where you are right now. Current condition. This is me right now. Hi. What I'm doing right now and the way that I'm at right now and make an adjustment. So I'm going to adjust the calories and the macros. This is my first thing. I'm not hungry a lot, which is weird. If you're trying to lose weight, you should be hungry a bit. I'm not. So most likely I'm eating more than I think I am because I should be hungry if I'm losing weight. So I need to make sure that my calories are fine. Once I've adjusted that, I'm going to wait a couple of days, ideally a week, and see what happens throughout that week. And obviously I'll try to bring up intensity in my workouts and be good with that part as well. But that is step 1. Adjust macros, adjust calories, see what happens. If in a week from now, just by adjusting it and being better with that, I did lose my 0.5 to 1 pound in that week, then I just keep at it and everything is fine. If not, now intensity in the gym and making sure that I'm pushing myself in the gym every single time and beating my reps or anything, right? This is 2. And then if nothing of that works, it should, but if nothing of that works, I need to increase energy expenditure, and that will be by most likely starting to do some runs here and there. We'll keep track of that. I'll keep you guys posted of what happens. But these are the 3 things that you can do as well as of now. If you're either stuck in a plateau or trying to lose weight or trying to gain muscle, because it's the same exact thing, but in reverse, you're just trying to eat more than you burn, basically. Adjust the calories, make sure the macros are fine, make sure it's true, and you're not doing anything weird. For example, if you log everything, but then you pass a handful of pistachios and you eat that, but you don't log it, and you're like, oh, it's fine. No, it's 300 calories. You ate more and you eat more than you should. So make sure that's fine. Then make sure the intensity is right. If you've never changed your workout in forever or in the last 8 weeks or so, do that, please. Now, if that still doesn't work, you need to find ways to move more. Either add walks, go up and down stairs, go for a run, see what happens. Then if nothing of that works, just hire me. What are you waiting on? But those are the 3 things that we need to look at first and then produce a change. And then once you see the change that you want out of the change that you've made, that's weird, but it's kind of that, then you just stick to it. Basically, this is my plan. This is what I'm trying to do. Basically right now I'm 185 something. I want to be 181-ish, anywhere between 180 and 182, I guess. And I guess I have 5 weeks to do that now. And then I'm just going to build up muscle at 180. That can work as well. All right, I'll see you soon, guys. And if you have any other questions, well, just let me know.